Hey guys, this is Eric, the OBX Picker, back with you today with another What's Sold Over the Weekend. We have had a decent weekend, not my typical 30 plus package weekend, but still had a decent weekend. We'll start out with what's sold and I'll give you the numbers there at the end. First thing going out, man, is a first for me. Sold my first piece of china over the weekend on Friday. That thing is a china bowl. It went out for $15 plus shipping. Total was like $27.52 all in. This is my first experience with packing china, but I've been taking some advice from Tim over the years and also Cat the Nurse Flipper. So I'm going to get this thing packed up, and shout out to Ma Dukes because she's the one that has the video about packing china. So Ma Dukes, if you're watching, thank you. We'll pray that it gets there safely. I'm going to pack it like a ball. The next item I've going out is Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel. This is from my time frame, 1988. I was a freshman in high school. So this went out. It's actually kind of neat cassette. It's from Z104, the hit music station. It's actually a promotion. I started to say CD. It's not a CD or a DVD. A promotion cassette that went out, and this would go out to a lot of the radio stations, so they'd play it on their radio. So those are the first two items we got going out, and we're going to pick some more. All right, guys, so next item up, we have this Step Into the Liquid DVD. Man, for surfers, this is like a classic movie. Even if you don't enjoy surfing, man, it's made by the same people as Endless Summer, but it's got some massive waves on there, like you can see on the cover. See the little guy there. But for guys out here surfing, obviously huge. This only sold for $4.50. I've got this in a pickup of a lot of DVDs. Normally DVDs, I've got about 50 cents in them most of the time at the most. I think that was included in a big bulk buy that I did. So I probably had less than that in it, to be honest, like maybe 15, 20 cents. The next item I have up is that Retail Arbitrage from Kmart. This is a Pro Flow. It's the sink with a little soap dish on top. It's for commercial use, used typically. This sold for $75. Had $1 into that with the Retail Arbitrage that I had picked up from Kmart before they closed. So pretty good pickup on that. I love those kind of returns. When you get 750%, that's always great. But here we are too with, this is, you probably saw this the other day, Retail Arbitrage pickup in Kmart. You may or may not saw it, but this Brita water filter pitcher, I picked this thing up for $19. Kind of a quick flip, sold for $53. I only had it listed for 2 days. So like it when that happens for sure. And then we get into some video games. First item going out is this Falling Skies. This came in a bulk buy of a lot of video game consoles and games. This isn't that great of a flip. I mean, as far as value per game, five and a quarter on that is what we got on a free ship. So, I mean, we'll make a couple bucks at best on that. But one of those things. So what you got, right? So the next item we got up is this Grand Theft Auto 3. This went out for $5 disc only. So that thing, I have a disc cleaner. So I tried it out on this thing and it seemed to work. The disc was working. So hopefully no problems with that. The next item we have up is another game. This is Batman No Escape from Arkham City. This game sold for $6.50, free ship. And once again, same thing as my normal video game stuff. I don't have a whole lot into them. So if I can flip them, usually less than $1 on video games, sometimes more. The next item we have up, let's see what I've done with it, is this filter. This I picked up from Walmart the other day. This is a Retail Arbitrage item, and I picked this up for $4. It sold for $14.99 free ship. So basically doubling my money on that. That's what I told you guys about RA. You know, you can, most of the time you can at least double your money. But like I said, it's just however your business model is. I like, you know, it's a lot better when you can flip things like that faucet, you know. Put $1 in, get 75. Those are fewer and further between. So if you need to generate some business, need to get the ball rolling, sometimes you have to jump on the RA and pick some things up. Just make sure when you're picking up RA that you're not just following trends. You know, you can make money that way if you got a lot of capital and, you know, you kind of been doing it for a little while. You can flip things that way. I'm not totally against RA. I just always tell you, be careful. I mean, because if everybody's picking up, I mean, like I watched Bearded Picker last year picking up all those monopolies. By the time he released that video, that monopoly market was dried up. You know, he'd already got in and got out. Like he was listing those things in the parking lot and selling them the same day. So by the time that video came out, he was out. You know, he'd already made his money and was out. And, you know, everybody who watched that video that went out and picked up those monopolies, and now everybody's competing. Basically, we're racing to the bottom. So that's the kind of stuff that you have to just be aware of. I mean, nothing against Bearded Picker. Like I said, he found it before anybody else, and he scooped it and flipped it and released the content. But that's what I'm saying. Just be leery. I usually scan everything and kind of look at sell-through rate, kind of see how things are going. And if it's obscure, more than likely there's not a whole lot of people competing. If you see less than professional pictures on items, most of the time those are one-off guys, and all they got is one. So, you know, you can do all right with that kind of stuff. Next item going up, Saved by the Bell. I'm sure if you're my age or a little younger, you have watched Saved by the Bell coming up. This sold for $11.25 free ship. I actually got this in a bulk buy of DVDs, and I think I got this for less than $1, probably around 75 cents. So nice little flip on that. $11.25 free ship. So I end up making $4 or $5 is what I'll get off that. The next item up we got is Rock Band, Xbox 360 disc only, $4.99. Nothing big about that. Like I said, that was kind of a throw-in situation. I did buy a bunch of video games recently, but that wasn't one of them. This one was one of them. I actually bought 50 video games for $100. I'm in them for $2 a piece. So we'll see how it works out. There was quite a few more expensive ones in there, though. I made my money back. Basically, there's like 4 games that I'll make my money back on. So everything else will be profit. So this is Amazing Spider-Man 2 on PS3. This is one of the better ones in that lot. This sold for $13.10 free shipping. So I'm expecting to maybe triple my money on those games. We'll see how it pans out. The next item we have going out is, let's see if my scroll will keep up. Get the right disc up. Is Fable 2. This was in that bulk buy. This went out for $4.25. So that one only make $1 on. And pretty much same with this one. Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets, PS2 game. This one went out for $5 1/4. So not a whole lot to that either. Got another RA item. Actually, this isn't RA. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is. I got this the other day from, actually this came from a thrift store. A little beat up, the box. So this went out for $19.99. I got this for, I believe, probably $1 or $2 at the thrift. $19.99. I can't remember right off, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure I didn't pay more than $2 anyway. So that went out for $19.99 free ship. Next item we have up is Call of Duty Black Ops. This is the one with the zombies, so that one's fun. We used to play that a lot when it first came out. This Black Ops 3, that went out for $6.99. that was out of that same bulk disc buy that I had. And then we have this ink. I picked this up the other day at the thrift. I paid $1 on this. This ink is not super valuable because it went out of date in 2012. I listed that in my listing and in my description. So that sold for $19.20 plus shipping. So buyers all in for about 25 bucks. That particular ink's about $50, $60 brand new, so they'll get a deal. The next item I was going out is the University of Delaware Blue Hens adjustable hat. It has the Velcro on the back, not snap back. But this sold for $11 plus shipping. You know, hat guys, I've actually been selling a few hats here or there. So thanks for the tips there. This item came from a yard sale as well. The other week I was able to slide out to a couple. And this is Preya Ageless. It's throat and decodulant. I'm sure I'm not saying that right, but decodulant something. It's one of those things, guys, when you're out and you see HBA items sealed, especially like this kind of stuff, serums and creams and snake oil or whatever you call it. But you know, I don't know how much of this stuff really works, but like I said, people buy it. This one sold for $32. I only paid for that whole lot of stuff. I was in it for $36, and I've got probably 15 other items. This is probably one of the more expensive ones. I think there was a couple other that may be in the $30-some range, but I will more than likely, like I said, I'm almost into profit right now selling one of them. So we'll see how that goes in the future. All right, the next item I have is this Richard Petty model. I picked this up for, gosh, $2. And, you know, racing is one of those things. Richard Petty's pretty well known, obviously. But this thing sold for $8.80 plus shipping. I didn't feel too bad. You know, the price tag on it was $9.49. So this thing's still sealed. Nice little model kit going out for you NASCAR guys. The next couple items I have is really exciting, actually. They sold off of yesterday's video. So guys, I picked this stuff up Saturday and it sold Sunday night. So I listed it Sunday morning. So one of those things, man. That's the kind of stuff that you love to see. And the first item we have is, where is it? This Epson ink. You guys saw where I picked that up yesterday. You know, I picked up that whole lot of stuff from that one thrift store for $25. And this was in that lot. I picked up maybe about 7 or 8 items. So if you average it out, I might have like $3 or $4 in it, every item. Some of them were a lot more valuable than others. This was actually the least valuable of all the ones there. This is Epson ink yellow, and it sold for $12 free ship. This will go out at like 2 ounces, so shouldn't cost me more than $2.78, $3 at the most. So that one sold for $10, and we are almost halfway there on the profit on those items. So the next item I have going out is honestly my most exciting one. You guys saw this in yesterday's video. I'm going to link it back up top. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it, man. This I picked up from a yard sale. At that yard sale, I spent $12. And in the video yesterday, you can see when I say, hey, that's my pile of stuff, and I veered back over there, I had a combo unit. Zenith, that thing's around $60, had the remote, 3 extra remotes that are all like $10 to $15, and this item in a puzzle. So this item sold for $112 plus shipping. This is a Scrabble Turntable. It's the deluxe turntable board, and it is still sealed in the plastic. It's from 2001. Guys, if you see these Scrabble turntables out there, pick them up. Even used, they're going for $30 or $40. So I think Richard, the Ford Pinto backwards. He told me in chat yesterday that he actually sold one used for $39. So guys, be on the lookout. If you see Scrabble Turntable, that's a great pickup. For me, walking through that yard sale, it was the second day of that yard sale. And I went out there and saw this thing sitting out there. And when I saw the plastic on it, I kind of got excited for sure. I was like, man, I need to grab that. So I picked that up and that sealed puzzle. Man, great find. So basically for me, like I said, I spent 12 bucks total. So I might have like $2 in each item. So man, great flip. $112 plus the shipping on top, which he puts the buyer all in for $135. All right, guys. So closing out as far as the sales for the weekend, we did end up at $491.30 was the actual number. Like I said, I mean, typically I try to stay at that 50% mark as far as actual profit. When you hear people talk about sales on eBay, most of the time they're talking gross numbers because that's what you see. Like when people post on their Instagram, you don't know what their actual profit is. But for me, try to be somewhat transparent with that. Most of the time I'm at around the 50% mark. Usually between shipping costs and fees, usually that's going to take up about 30%. That's what I see pretty much consistently standard. So we have $491.30. I actually profited about $245 is where it puts me for the weekend. As for watching, thanks for all who support me, and hit the subscribe, the like button. That does help the channel, obviously. And we will catch you guys next time, hopefully with a little bit better sales info. But do appreciate y'all. Have a great day. Guys, thank you for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you that are subscribed and watching this channel. If you're not subscribed, please do so. And we do thank you for watching. We will catch you next time, and I'll let you know on what's going on with the sub count. Thanks, guys.